Brookes Bench with your host, Brooke, aka Shiggy, and my co-host, Brooke.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on, everyone?
One update for everybody. I won fantasy last week against Shiggy's dad. So I'm now 1-2. I think that's what it goes. I don't know. That was exciting. I ran the board. I beat everybody. So I should get an extra point for that, just saying. But total disclaimer, listen, okay, if my family, I know you're watching this because you've come for me multiple times now. Mom, I know my setup's not as cool as Shiggy's, and Aunt Bonnie, I'm sorry we don't talk about softball. I've been trying to watch as much as possible. This is a WNBA podcast. However, big news, Jordy Ball's leaving Oklahoma. She's going to Nebraska. Wild.
I know.
Wild. I can't,
crazy.
I'm shocked. She'll probably take Nebraska all the way to the World Series, which will be exciting for Nebraska. But yes, and if you're not watching Athletes Unlimited for softball, do yourself a favor and do it. It's like all the greats in one afternoon. It's pretty cool, actually. So stay tuned. But that's my rant.
Yeah, just
quit yelling at me. We're doing my best, okay?
Little promo there. Little promo.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you won. I lost by 3 points. I lost by 3 points.
That's tough. I saw that and I was like, I would be so mad.
I was very mad. And I want everyone to feel how upset I was. I had to choose between Alana Smith and Nalissa Smith, and let me tell you, Nalissa Smith wasn't doing not a damn thing. So I switched it to Alana Smith. Alana Smith had a great game. Like, she got me some points. Why did Nalissa Smith have the biggest game of her career?
You put her on the bench?
Put her on the bench. Hurt more because I lost by 3 points. But you know what? It made me feel better about my decision because the next 2 games, Nalissa Smith did not do anything. So my thought process was right. It's just I caught a tough break. Like I just missed. Yeah. So, but I lost to Megan, who's 3-0. So I don't feel that bad. I'm feeling a little bad right now because I'm about to lose my dad, who's 0-3. And you know what I'm about to lose? I had injuries in the middle of the game. So like duds everywhere.
Couple things. One, sorry, everybody, I look like a mess again this week. However, 2, I think all Megan does is like, I don't even know, research.
She eats, sleeps, and breathes.
I don't think she works anymore. There is no 9 to 5 for her. Her 9 to 5 is just researching WNBA.
I want you guys to know she is on top of everything. Okay, like eats, sleeps, and breathes. Okay, I had the chance to beat her. I dropped the ball, but
you did.
Like I said,
by 3 points too.
That was a heartbreaker. I'm gonna get it next time, but yeah, I might have a chance against my dad, but it's not looking too hot right now.
Listen, when I play Meg, I'm not going to try too hard, but I really hope because of that I beat her.
Dude, you have to try hard to beat her. Like, I was moving. Like, I was trying to grab people before her. I was trying to think ahead. I was plugging people in. I still lost.
Here's my thing. I'm pretty content in my lineup. Like, I'm pretty happy with them.
Yeah.
So I'm not searching for anybody.
That's good.
However, if Sabrina keeps staying hurt, we might have some problems.
I know. She should be back. We'll talk about that in the episode.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Woo!
No, that's fine. All right, let's go over the Beast and Bust for this week. So the Beast, we have Brianna Stewart. She's always here. 41 fantasy points against Atlanta. Alyssa Thomas, 44 fantasy points against Atlanta too. Wow, Atlanta, you're getting ran. Alicia Gray, wow, 40 fantasy points against Connecticut. Ezzy McGregor, 38 fantasy points against Las Vegas. She had a good game. Aaliyah Boston. Dude. She dropped 47 fantasy points on me, people. Okay? Feel my pain. And wait. Marina Mabry, yep, going against her too. 50 fantasy points. Now you guys feel my pain. Feel it.
Dude, and Marina doesn't score like that.
Well, she had to because Kalia Copper was out.
I know, but as I'm saying is like, that's not normal.
I know. So, go Marina. All of this is happening against me this week. It's crazy. All right, over to the bus. Diana Taurasi. There you go, Brooke. Relish in your glory. 7
it was
fantasy
tough. I'm not
points.
gonna lie. These are the moments where I'm like, fuck, I should have just traded for Kelsey.
I know. I knew you were gonna say that too.
But then she came back. Like, it wasn't like I mean, she didn't come back like to be in the Beast, but
yeah.
She turned around a little bit, but it might slowly start getting to that time where I might have to just
let
do
her
a little droppy drop, you
let
know?
her go. Hey, 0 points against Seattle though. That's kind of very concerning. I mean, Seattle, come on. People are getting career highs against Seattle.
I might have had her on my bench during that anyway, so.
Well, that's good. Good for you then. Shoot. Over to Tiffany Hayes. She only had 17 fantasy points versus Atlanta. I mean, that's pretty average, but what we thought she was going to be, I'm sure she was drafted to a lot of teams, so she's on our bus. And then Shakira Austin, 14 fantasy points. Let me tell you, girl, you killed me. You killed me. I needed you. 14 fantasy points against Indiana. Oh, by the way, cherry on top, she got hurt in the middle of the game today. Kill me, okay? That's 2 duds in a week for me. Just want everyone to know that.
I should look at my stuff.
Yeah.
I only look in the night before.
Dude, you have to look. Oh, Diana Taurasi got ruled out today. Did you have her in your lineup? 10 minutes before the game, she got ruled out.
I have her in my lineup, yeah. Got 0 points. However, the cool thing, it just changed. Although the cool thing, I was still beating whoever California cheerleaders.
Oh, it's Brendan.
I'm still beating him good, but I almost beat him today off of one person.
Dude, he's not paying attention. I keep telling him, hurry up, pay attention. All right, moving over to our standout rookies, because this is my favorite part to brag about. Haley Jones, baby. 25 fantasy points against New York. She had a great game. She looks way more confident out there. You got to catch an Atlanta game, Brooke. I'm telling you. She looks good.
Dude, I know. I'm checking all the highlights. Yeah. It makes me happy, even though I don't want either of them to be rookie of the year, even though Aaliyah Boston's making a good case, I'm still happy that they're doing really good. I like Haley Jones. I like Aaliyah Boston. I'm pumped for them.
Yeah. And then we got Ivana Dojkic. Love her name. I love when the announcers say it. 29 fantasy points against Phoenix. Robin Parks, 22 fantasy points against Indiana. And then Jordan Horston, 30 fantasy points against Phoenix. She's doing really well, too. All right. Moving over to the news. We got a couple things going on here. So, oh my God, hopefully I don't say this wrong. Hanzu, New York, gone. She's going to China to compete in Asia Cup, and Li Meng, but Li Meng was playing today. But they said they're going to be gone.
Hanzu, she's coming back though, right?
Yeah, they're going to be back on July 2nd. July 2nd.
I was like, damn, that was short-lived.
Yeah, and then Odyssey Sims, she got released from her hardship contract because Crystal Dangerfield's back from her injury. Then you got Clarendon Clarendon from LA. She's gonna miss 4 to 6 weeks with a torn plantar fascia. Is that how I say it? And then Destiny Henderson got picked up today by LA Sparks. So that's cool.
Good for her. That's awesome.
And your girl Emily Angsler, she's alive. Picked up by Minnesota.
We love that.
There we go. Alrighty. She's alive. She's thriving. They need someone. It's a good pickup. So I'm going to pop up our matchups. I want to shout out one of our subscribers. I think her name is Janice. If I mess up her name, I'm so sorry. But she gave me a good idea. She pointed out that every week, certain teams have so many games. And I feel like we should highlight that. Okay.
Ooh, good looks. Yeah. If you need points, grab the people who play more. That's
exactly. I thought about that in my head, but I didn't think we should tell the followers. So thank you. Wow, I appreciate you.
Love that. Good looks.
Yeah. This week I'm gonna pop up the matchups like I always do. And the teams that have 3 games this week. So Dallas, LA, Connecticut, and Seattle all have 3 games. The rest of the teams all have 2. So if you're looking for more points during those games, pick those players up. We'll highlight some of them when we go through our matchups coming up here shortly. But thank you. See, this is the ideas we want to see. We want to add these things to our podcast. We love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Please.
Okay. Into the matchups. Atlanta Dream, starting it off always. Aaron McDonald's still out. Daniel Robinson's still out. Nothing's changed there. Waiver wire pickups, mostly the same. For sure, look at Haley Jones. I feel like she's getting more and more consistent. She's starting now as long as Aaron McDonald is out. So if you really need to pick someone up, I'm telling you, pick her up and play her, okay? Same with Nia Coffey. She's also starting. She's also putting up some consistent numbers. AD Dirt, yeah, on and off here and there. If you really need someone, pick her up. But I would probably pick up Haley Jones over AD Dirt just because she's starting. She's getting more minutes. But Atlanta, this is the Atlanta team I was saying is a sleeper. They beat New York and Connecticut back-to-back. Come on, that's great.
The Atlanta Dream.
I'm telling you, I'm here for it. They're finally closing out these big games, and like I said, this is who I thought Atlanta was going to be. Okay, you just had to give them a couple of games.
Hey, you know they might be on the up and up. I do.
They are. They're coming. They're coming.
They are. And you know what? Which leads me into Chicago Sky, which I think every week I'm like, God, I gotta talk about Chicago Sky. And you guys know I'm not on the Chicago Sky train. However, I'm on the Dana Evans train.
Yeah, you are.
I'm on that train. But to rewind it a little bit, some injuries. We got Morgan Birch, Rebecca Gardner, Isabel Harrison, and Kalia Copper. Most of them, not really any updates. I mean, Morgan's got some update here soon, but don't count them in for any time soon. So if Dana Evans is not picked up in your fantasy league,
for real,
pick her up. Pick her up right now. Yeah. Pause the video. Go do it.
For real. If she's still there, someone's messing up.
Yeah, bad.
That's crazy.
And then Robin Parks, she'll get you some points, especially if Chicago has more games that week than another one. But definitely play around with Robin Parks. Chicago has lost 3 straight games. They played LA, Las Vegas, and Indiana. So they should have at least won one versus Indiana. I mean, Vegas, pretty hard to beat. LA, kind of
coin toss. It's like a coin toss there.
Yeah, depending on if everybody's doing well.
Yeah.
But injuries, of course, you got 4 people who have injuries, and there's not a lot of people on a roster. So that means everybody else is in grind time. And then Rena Mayberry, she is like Shiggy said earlier, she's in the beast right now, dropping 50 fantasy points or whatever it was, like crazy. And then Alana Smith could be running for a most improved player, which super cool to see. I'm intrigued. I don't know, like Chicago Sky is just like, I don't know, I think you called him scrappy last week, and that's a great way to describe him still.
Yeah. The Kalia Copper one was weird. She's out for personal reasons, so she should be back. I don't know. It was just weird. It was like a last minute decision. So.
There's always personal reasons. Like,
I know. I don't know. She was on the bench though, so she wasn't missing from the team. So keep an eye on that.
Good. That's a good sign.
Exactly. But moving over to Connecticut, a new injury update. So Natisha Hydeman at the end of the game, she hurt her ribs on I think it was yesterday's game. So today's June 16th. So on June 15th, she got hurt. There's no update right now because it just happened. So keep your eye on that. If she's out, look for Rebecca Allen and Dejanay Carrington. They're already getting more playing time. But if she goes down, I mean, even Tiffany, is it Tiffany Hayes? I think that's her name. Yeah, even Tiffany Hayes, look for them as well. I know we said there's sporadic scores, but I mean, if there's one less person in the lineup, I mean, obviously their numbers are going to go up. But they recently lost to Atlanta, and it was such a good game. Brianna Jones had a great game that game. But Connecticut, I don't know if they can go the distance. They don't have the depth. Like, they're a very talented team, don't get me wrong. But I feel like these last couple of games, you can kind of tell, like, it's starting to wear on them. Like especially Alyssa Thomas, she plays a lot of minutes. Like, can you keep that up for 40 games? So I'm really interested to see what Connecticut's going to do with the lack of depth they have.
Yeah. Talking about lack of depth, Indiana Fever.
Yeah.
Okay. 4 and 6. I mean, you have like Aaliyah Boston. She is that player right now, so that's always a good sight to see. But they don't have any injuries, so this is just like a good way to put them in perspective of just like they're young and they're inexperienced. You got Christy Wallace, Victoria Vivians, and Erica Wheeler. I'm pretty sure we've talked about all 3 of them as your waiver wire pickups. So if they're still not picked up, go do it right now. Pause the video. Go do it.
Yeah.
They're hopefully hitting their stride. Seems like Aaliyah Boston's really taken off here, which is really helping them. They're like leaning on her, and it's good. I just wish they had like a little bit more veterans on the team that are like solid, you know? They beat Washington and Chicago, so that should give them a boost of momentum and confidence, but we'll see. And I don't know.
Yeah.
Shiggs has around here rolling into playoffs. We'll see. I don't know.
No, I was like, I just feel like these last 2 games have just been so good. Like, they just look like they're they're building more chemistry. They look like they're hitting their stride. Like, if they keep up how they've been playing, who's to say they don't make playoffs, in that last spot?
you're holding on to the hope though,
I know, but like,
hope, and it's
man,
like this big, and you're holding on to it.
Dude, watch Indiana though. They definitely look better from their first game. They definitely look better.
I'm all for Indiana doing good. You know,
yep.
I'm here for it, but it's tough.
I know. Alrighty, over to New York. We all know Sabrina. She's been dealing with a hamstring injury though. Like I feel like it's been since the first game that she's been having some hamstring issues. She finally sat out. And then Marine Johannes went off. She did really well. So look to her for the waiver wire. Benijah, I'm putting Benijah back in these waiver wires because man, you can play her for one game and drop her. When we're talking about waiver wire pickups, we're not saying hold them. We're saying pick a game and put them in. Like we know everyone doesn't have a game every day, so like just put these players in your lineup for the day and get some points.
Benijah is one of those add drop players in our group chat. Add drop.
Yeah. A lot of these players we're naming are, except like if we really emphasize like, no, you need to keep this player. Like for example, Alana Smith, great waiver wire pickup and stash. But yeah, look to them. New York lost to Atlanta, like I said. Like, that was a really good game. But you know what they did? They just shut Breanna Stewart down, and that's how they won. Like, I feel like that's how you stop New York. I know Sabrina wasn't there, but it's like if you stop Breanna Stewart, like it's fair game. It's a fair game now. Like, so that's why I'm more curious to keep watching New York to see how they keep progressing, because like if people are aware, like, oh, let's stop Breanna Stewart, even though we know it's impossible to stop her, okay? But if you get lucky, hey, you might win a game, you know?
Yeah.
But man, New York will always be confusing to me until maybe the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like too much talent got put together, you know?
Yeah, it is. It's a lot. It's a lot of people that want to touch the ball. So
yeah, spread the wealth.
Yeah, for real.
Trade some people. Anyways, over to down south from New York, we got Washington Mystics. Natasha Cloud out with an ankle injury. So put her on your IR or drop her because there's no like exact expected day. But it's an ankle, and not saying that that's a better injury, but it's a little bit easier to come back from. Really no waiver wires. If it's not the starting five, don't really spend too much time on it. Indiana beat them pretty good. So
yeah, that was embarrassing.
It
was a bad game. It was a bad game.
I feel like that's just all you have to say. Like,
yeah,
I thought they were a championship team according to certain sources on social media, but apparently not.
Yeah.
But lots of weeks to be played. Hopefully they can turn it around.
Yeah, honestly, I forgot to put in here Shakira Austin, but this literally just happened June 16th during their game. Shakira Austin got her knee injury. She didn't come back. I'm hoping they just rested her because they were playing. I forgot. They're killing them. Whoever it was, they were killing them. So it didn't matter for her to come back into the game anyways. So I'm just hoping and praying. If Shakira Austin is out, pick up Tiana Hawkins. She is her replacement. She is a very good backup. Pick her up. She will get you good points. It's okay. Mark my words. But anyone in our league listening to this, do not pick up Tiana Hawkins. I need her. Okay. I am down bad. I am down bad right now. Okay. But yeah, Washington's another confusing one. I don't.
Yeah.
No more words. All right, over to Dallas. 5-5. Dallas is also. I just feel like Dallas is so good, but then they do some dumb things. Like, it's hard. But Kalani Brown, doing great. Whoever picked her up on the waiver wire, congratulations. She's a great replacement. Veronica Burton, also someone to think about. Starting point guard. I'm pretty sure we've talked about her before. Crystal Dangerfield's supposed to be back. Just kind of monitor her. She'd probably be on a time restriction, honestly. And then Maddie Seagrass, she comes in and gives them some good minutes off the bench. So I'm glad. I'm glad. I'm hoping she, finds her way in the lineup a little bit more. But
she had a good game. I don't remember who it was against, but Maddie Seagrass had a really good game this week. And was even all over social. And she did have some of the highlight shots, making threes. Dude,
her shot is so nice. I love her.
It is. Yeah. It's just weird seeing her shoot. It's a little bit slower paced than others for me. And then it's just she's tall, so I'm just what is she doing? Why is she shooting the ball from way the hell out there? But
she makes it.
It works.
Yeah. Is there something? unique about it, you know?
Yeah.
But Dallas, man, they're gritty. Satu Sabally, man, she's having a great
Dude.
year. She's having a great year. And like, she is gritty. She's gritty.
I'm telling you, people told me, don't do it. Why'd you make that choice? Sorry about it, but it's working in my favor.
I know. It's just the only thing is, man, like their depth. I think that's their one concern. I feel like it's a concern for a lot of teams, but man, if you're playing your players 40 minutes a game for 40 games, I don't think that's sustainable. So
I know, but she's big, you know. She's ready for the challenge.
Good. When they get Tierra McCowan back, I think it's going to help them out a lot with rotation and stuff like that. It'll be good. It'll be fine. They'll work it out.
Give her a chance to breathe. But making our way back out west for the Las Vegas Aces. Williams still out with a back injury. Who knows when that's going to happen?
I know.
No waiver wire pickups. Really, the only two people that you need to be. Everybody should be picked up, but the only two big people that you need to be watching out for: Alicia Clark and Kia Stokes. You didn't follow the team last year. Kia Stokes, I don't think has changed much. It's still a little bit up in the air. She's a good off the bench in my opinion, and like help rotate to give people breaks, but she's not the star. Alicia Clark started hot and kind of dipped here, and I like her though. There's something about her that I really like, and I want her to do good. So figure it out there, girl, because we're rooting for you.
Well, it's like they're solid players, like women's basketball players, but like for fantasy, it's just like, dang, like you can't really use them. They're not going to be as consistent, and it's just kind of like, unless Vegas blows someone out, which I mean they have been, and they get their extra minutes. I mean, but it's still hard to predict that. So,
what's her face? It's shocking me of how much playing time she's getting.
Kristen Bell.
Yes,
she's been doing good though. When she gets,
I know, and I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah, no, yeah, she looks good.
Yeah, don't worry, people. Just because we're Aces fans, don't mean we shit on some people. Like I'm shocked.
Yeah,
like good for her, but I'm shocked
for real. All right, over to LA Sparks, man. Okay, let me tell you, this is the most surprising team to me.
I'm for it.
I know, good for LA, but they're surprising me. They had a couple injuries. Chanae's back though. She was questionable for a while, but she is back.
Yep, didn't catch that. So she earned me 4 points. That was on my IR. So I'm glad that I had her on the damn bench.
Yeah. So Chanae is back, but she lost her starting spot to who? Azure Stevens. No, I'm just playing. I think Chanae's just getting a minute restriction right now. But Azure, pick her back up because I know everyone dropped her. Hey, she's been doing better. You guys just had to let her play, you know, like I've been saying, give her some games. And then Carly Samuelson, obviously she's always a plug and play. She's always an option. She'll give you a couple of points. She's averaging like 13 fantasy points, better than 0. That's all we could say.
True.
Any points are better than 0 because it keeps you in the game somehow. Okay. But man, LA has shocked me. Congratulations. They're 5-4 and they're pretty gritty. Let me tell you, somehow they're winning games. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah. Who's not winning games? Minnesota.
I'm glad. You know what? Pause. I'm glad you have to talk about Minnesota because I just couldn't sit through talking about Minnesota.
And you know, I was actually just thinking about this, you guys. So I texted Shiggy maybe this week, or you sent me an Instagram reel or something, and I was like, I don't know why I'm not a Minnesota basketball fan. Period. Because I actually liked the Minnesota Timberwolves back in the day when Kevin Garnett played for them. Like you guys, I had a Kevin Garnett Timberwolves jersey, and I loved that away. I don't know what happened to it.
You need to find that.
I know, and then that's why I became a Celtics fan because I followed him over, and I was like, "Ooh, I like this team." Right, they're a little bit rough around the edges. Yeah, but I'm just like, why am I not a Minnesota fan? And you know what? I might go back to my roots.
Yeah,
I like the Celtics, but I might go back to the roots. You know. Anyways, before I get on more tangents, they're 2-7. Okay, Powers is out. Diamond Miller's still out. Yeah. Jessica Shepard's sick. Dorka, I mean, luckily has been kind of coming in and helping. Yeah. I mean, she's getting you points, but she's not like making a stellar. Crazy. Yeah, she's not like graving her name into the Hall of Fame yet. Yeah. They did win another game, so shout out their 2 wins. Mm-hmm. They just need their bench back. They need Diamond Miller back, and I think it would flip the script for them. So,
yeah, no words for Minnesota. On to the next. I can't talk about them, bro. All right, Phoenix Mercury. Wow.
Talk about a team that I don't want to talk about.
Phoenix. There's no words, Phoenix. It's just going to get worse because let me tell you, Brittany Griner's out. hip, day to day. I don't think there's a timetable for her return. Diana Taurasi just got ruled out today for her game. Hamstring. You know, hamstrings linger. Okay. Oh, it's getting rough. Mariah Jefferson's back though, so they're not totally out of people. But Sugg Sutton has been starting over her. I don't know if it's because of minute restrictions, but Sugg Sutton has been doing well, so she earned that spot. But people you could pick up, Michaela. I know how to say this because I've been practicing. Onyenwera. That's how you say it. Okay. She's been doing very well, averaging 17 fantasy points a game. Shea Petty also, you know, a guard you could throw in there. But yeah, I would definitely target Michaela, especially if Brittany Griner's out. She's going to get a lot of playing time. Even maybe Brianna Turner, but I would rather have Michaela. But Phoenix.
Wait, don't I have her?
No, my dad does, because you know why I know that? Because I'm getting smacked. I want you guys to know I'm getting smacked. Okay? It's killing me. But yeah, Phoenix, I mean, I think they just know that it's not in the cards this year. It's just not. There's not much to say. There's not much to say.
No. It's also not in the cards for Seattle, so rough. way to lead me into that.
But I feel like Seattle has more hope. They have some good rookies. They have good rookies. Who on Phoenix?
Maybe in the long term. I just think that Phoenix,
long term.
I don't know. I think I have something against Phoenix just like in general from our experiences there. So I think that's kind of why I'm not a fan.
It has nothing to do with like women's basketball or anything.
Nothing at all.
Personal opinions.
Nothing
about the whole state.
Yeah, it's really just Arizona, to be honest with you. But then like they had all that drama last year and I'm like, oh yeah, they're just rough, you know. Anyway, Seattle, no injuries. Jordan Horston's running the tables for them, doing what she can. You have Ivana, I'm not gonna pronounce her last name.
I learned how to say it's fun.
Ivana Dojkic, making some points. I had Sammy Whitcomb for a while.
She's up and down, bro.
Dude, yeah, she dropped for me and I was like, nah, I can't do it. Because I already have like Ezzy, and so I was like, I can't like, that makes sense. Do it. Yeah. But Sammy's another one of those ones we said earlier, I don't remember who, like you add drop. Oh, Beniza, like add drop. Yeah. So the two rookies are doing great.
Yeah.
And then Ezzy and Jewel Lloyd, right? They're carrying the team. So Ezzy's fire pick.
Yeah.
Fire pick.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Seattle, no words. Next, noticing. All right. We want to know though, guys, because are you guys having a rough time like us? And I'm just saying, I think I still might have a chance. Brooke, you probably won your matchup, so you'll probably move to what, 2-2? So that's good. You're coming back. Good for you. I don't want to drop to 2-2, people. Okay.
Oh.
Right now, I feel
like that might have been a backhanded compliment you gave me, but I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it as a full compliment.
I can't lose to. Okay, but you have to. I'm gonna preface this. My dad has had some close games. Like he's losing very close matchups, and his scores are high. So I feel bad for him that he's 0-3.
They are. You guys, I'm shocked that I even won last week and ran the table. Like this week, if I was playing Shiggy's dad, I'd be done. I'd be losing.
Like he puts up good numbers. It's just he is losing the closest matchups, and I'm hoping that I am one of those people that just comes back and just beats him again. Yeah, but it's gonna be a tough one for me. But yeah, let us know your record. Let us know your record in the comments. But before we move on to our last section, hit that subscribe button. Maybe hit that like button. That'd be nice.
Maybe put a comment on there.
Maybe, put a comment. Ooh. That's a good idea.
Thought.
Yeah.
All
right. Okay, so
cool.
Yeah, we're here. We're just, talking. But the WNBA All-Star, like early polls, early votes came out for the top 10 players. So the top 10 right now: A'ja Wilson, Brianna Stewart, Brittany Griner, Aaliyah Boston, Jackie Young, Jewel Lloyd, Satu Sabally, Elena Deladon, Nneka Ogwumike, and Arike Agumbawale. That's the top 10 right now. So, Brooke, who's missing from this top 10 that you think is going to be an all-star starter?
Great question.
I have one that sticks out that I'm surprised is not here. And I feel bad. Like, I feel bad she's not here.
Give me a moment. Let me look. You
I'll tell you mine. The one name that really pops in my head is Alyssa Thomas. Because she is Connecticut. Okay? She's holding Connecticut together. What do they call her? They call her like the engine, okay? She is Connecticut. She's like, and I'm surprised she's not on here. And it's just like, dang, she should be an all-star starter. She's having a good year. So I'm surprised she's not on this list. I think she moves her way up, hopefully. But these are good picks though that are in the top 10. Like, I don't want to say like these aren't good picks, but I think Alyssa Thomas deserves to be an all-star starter, honestly.
Yeah. Honestly, like I feel like this is probably the top 10 that I would have done as well.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because like I think I'm more than positive I voted for like Satu, and she was probably my like wild card at the moment, you know. So yeah, I would say this is just because of injuries. Like, if half these people wouldn't have had injuries right now, it would be a different lineup. Yeah. So,
well, okay, look at this. So I was just counting. There's only 3 guards on here, but technically there's supposed to be 4. So who would be your 4th guard? Because there has to be 4 guards that are starters, but there's not actually that I'm looking at this now.
I don't know.
So that's a more difficult.
Keeps it up. She's in it for me.
Yes. Okay. I've been voting for her, guys. I don't care. Because she's doing super well with Chicago. And I would agree. Mabry should be in here. And I'm going to just be my biased self. Kelsey Plum is actually number 11 right now. So she could also scoot herself into there. She's been doing a lot better. She's been doing a lot better.
I'm always on the Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum hype train. But Jackie Young, like, do you understand? Like, she is beefed up. Like, that girl.
Oh, I know. She's amazing. She's doing so good.
She's in. She is awesome. She's doing so well. I'm so hyped for her.
Yeah. Well, she's already, what, 5th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's top 5. She's going to be a starter.
I love that for her. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah. I'm glad she made it, honestly. But, yeah, Marina Mabry, definitely someone that I think is going to probably crack this. So, Alyssa Thomas, Marina Mabry, I'm rooting for you guys. Keep it up. I don't know who you're going to replace, but it's going to be tough. It's
tough, yeah.
I'm like looking at these names and I'm like, I don't want to insult these people.
I'm not even looking at the names. I'm looking at the votes and like they're not close.
No, Asia Wilson
between any of them. Like, they're hundreds to thousands away from each other.
Yeah. The gap between Asia Wilson and Breanna Stewart is very surprising to me because I feel like a lot of people really like Breanna Stewart. Maybe the Seattle fans turned on her when she left, though. So maybe that makes sense now. That's where the chunk's gone. It's all Seattle, honestly.
Has New York played in Seattle yet?
I think they did. Because Sue Bird went to the game. Yeah, they did. I don't remember if she got a standing ovation or anything like that, though.
Damn, tough.
Yeah. All right. Let us know in the comments, though, who you think should be in the top 10. If you agree with our picks, because I'm curious to see if you guys agree with the early polls or not. But like we always say, thank you guys. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, the comment button. Hit them all. Share them. Tell everyone you know. We love to do this. We're going to have some changes coming up in the next couple weeks for a short period of time, but we'll go over that next week. But stay tuned so you find out what it is. But thank you guys. We appreciate you guys.
We love you.
We do love you. We do love you. Ask us questions. We'll get back to them. But thanks and tune in next week. Adios.